Most people think self-care is candles, spa days, and taking it easy when life feels heavy. But here's the brutal truth. A lot of what you call self-care is actually self-abandonment. You don't need more bubble baths. You need more self-respect. And if you're honest, there are parts of your life right now you cannot respect. Habits you keep, boundaries you ignore, people you tolerate, decisions you avoid, that you're quietly wrapping in the word rest. We live in a world that sells you products and quick fixes, but never asks the harder question, are you living in a way you can respect? That's the question that matters here on Stoic Inspire. Because only a few people are brave enough to look at their life and admit, I'm not treating myself with honor. I'm abandoning myself in the name of comfort. Here's the part almost no one notices. Only the truly perceptive will see what this message is really pointing at. Only the intelligent and honest will recognize the deeper challenge behind it. Because Stoicism teaches something society has forgotten. You don't love yourself by pampering yourself. You love yourself by refusing to abandon yourself, especially when it would be easier to do so. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The way you treat your mind becomes the way you treat your life." And that's what this Stoic Inspire video is about. Changing the way you treat your thoughts, your time, your boundaries, and your decisions, so that your life begins to reflect strength instead of chaos. So today, we're going into 7 Stoic self-care habits. Not the soft kind, but the kind that rebuild your discipline, your dignity, and your inner strength until you become very hard to shake, truly unstoppable. Before we begin, anchor this in the comments, I respect myself. Type it once now. Then we're going to see if your life actually matches it, habit by habit. 1. Live by virtue, not emotion. If there is one habit that separates a disciplined, self-respecting human being from someone who is constantly dragged around by impulses, it's this. Live by virtue, not emotion. Most people wake up and let whatever they feel decide who they will be for the next 24 hours. Frustration, insecurity, jealousy, boredom, anxiety. These become the real rulers of their day, and when emotions lead, life becomes reactive and unstable. You break your own standards. You say things you regret. You do things you quietly despise. And at night, when it's quiet, you feel it. That's not bad luck. That's self-betrayal. The Stoics saw this clearly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Notice what he doesn't mention. Not if you feel like it. Not if it's comfortable. Not if other people approve. He points directly to virtue as the compass. Emotion is temporary. Virtue is stable. Self-respect grows every time you choose the stable over the temporary, especially when the temporary is louder. Stoicism grounds life in 4 core virtues, but don't think of them as abstract words. See them in action. Wisdom, not texting back out of insecurity, but waiting until your mind is clear. Courage, saying what needs to be said, even if your voice shakes. Justice, doing the right thing, especially when nobody's watching. Temperance, walking away when your impulses scream for just one more. Think back. The last time you reacted emotionally, snapped at someone, ghosted a message out of fear, reached for comfort instead of growth. Did you feel powerful afterward? Or did you feel smaller, slightly ashamed, like you stepped away from who you know you could be? That's not just regret. That's the pain of not living by your own code. Now remember a moment when you acted from virtue instead. You stayed calm when someone tried to provoke you. You kept your word when you didn't feel like it. You told the truth even though it cost you something. That quiet strength you felt afterward. That subtle but solid, I did the right thing. That's self-love in its purest form. That's the feeling we build around here on Stoic Inspire. So here's a simple Stoic decision filter. a mental weapon that will quietly change your life. Before you act, ask, is this wise? Is this just? Is this courageous? Is this temperate? If any answer is no, you pause. You do not send the message. You do not take the action. You wait until what you do aligns with who you want to be, not how you temporarily feel. This isn't about suppressing emotion. Stoicism never taught that. It's about refusing to hand the steering wheel of your life to something that changes every hour. Your emotions can ride in the back seat. Virtue holds the wheel. For the next 24 hours, here's your Stoic Inspire challenge. Every time you feel triggered, breathe once and run the 4 questions. Then choose the virtuous path, especially when it's uncomfortable. Because emotions are wild animals. Virtue is the only thing that tames them. Power line: virtue first, outcomes later. Second, protect your mind with the dichotomy of control. One of the greatest acts of self-care is refusing to let your mind be torn apart by things that were never yours to control. Most people drain their energy trying to manage every outcome, control other people, fix every situation, and predict the future. Then they wonder why they feel exhausted, anxious, and overwhelmed. They're fighting battles they cannot win and ignoring the ones they can. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic teachers, said it plainly. Some things are in our control and some things are not. Your entire emotional life hinges on whether you live by that sentence or ignore it. The Stoics narrowed it down. Only 3 things truly belong to you: your judgments, how you interpret what happens; your decisions, what you choose to do; your actions, what you actually carry out. Everything else is noise, other people's opinions, the outcome of your efforts, delays, betrayals, misunderstandings, the past, the future, the approval you didn't get, the closure you were never given. Modern life pressures you to care about everything. Stoic Inspire is here to remind you to care about what actually matters. Think about last week. Maybe someone replied dry to your message. Maybe a plan fell through. Maybe someone didn't show you the gratitude or affection you expected. You spent hours replaying it, overthinking what it meant. You lost sleep over a situation you couldn't fully control. None of that anxiety changed the outcome. It only drained you. That's the cost of fighting the wrong battle. Here's the shift. Every time something bothers you, ask one question. Is this within my control? If yes, direct your effort there. If no, release it as quickly as you can. That one question, practiced honestly, can save you years of unnecessary suffering. To make it practical, use what I call the Stoic Inspire 2-column reset. On the left side of a page, write mine. On the right side, write not mine. Now sort the stressors on your mind. Their opinion of you? Not mine. Your reaction to their opinion. Mine. The economy? Not mine. Your spending habits and skills? Mine. Whether they text you back? Not mine. How often you check your phone? Mine. You'll be shocked at how much weight you've been carrying that never belonged to you. This is not apathy. It's clarity. It's choosing not to lose yourself in battles that cannot be won. When you protect your mind through the dichotomy of control, something shifts. You become calmer. You become clearer. You become harder to shake. You stop reacting to every disturbance. You start responding only to what aligns with your values. Your peace becomes harder to steal. Your energy becomes harder to drain. Your self-respect grows because you stop letting your mental boundaries be violated by every random event. Let this be your quiet rule for the week. Do your best. Release the rest. Your mind is too powerful to waste on what was never yours. Power line. Guard your focus. Surrender the outcome. Third, emotional mastery through the Stoic. Pause. If there is one skill that instantly separates a reactive person from a grounded, self-respecting human being. It's the ability to pause before you respond. The Stoics understood something timeless. It's not the emotion that destroys you. It's the reaction you choose in the heat of that emotion. Modern life trains you to respond instantly. A message arrives. Reply immediately. Someone disrespects you. Fire back. Someone disappoints you. Panic, argue, overthink, spiral. Urgency has become a habit, but urgency is the enemy of inner peace. The Stoics practiced the opposite, a sacred pause. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." The moment you pause, even for 2 seconds, you reclaim that power. You step back into the driver's seat of your own mind. Emotions are natural. They are not the enemy. But reactions are choices. When you don't pause, you hand control of your life to your wounds, your insecurity, your ego. When you do pause, you hand it back to reason, clarity, and virtue. Here on Stoic Inspire, I want you to practice a simple ritual whenever a trigger hits, the STOIC. Pause. S, stop. Freeze the impulse. Don't move. Don't speak. Don't send the message yet. T, take a breath. 3 slow breaths. Each one pulls your body out of fight or flight and back into control. O, observe. Name what you're feeling without judging it. Anger, fear, jealousy, shame. When you name it, you create space from it. I, inquire. Ask, what story am I telling myself right now? Is it true? Is it complete? C, choose. Act based on virtue, not on the heat of the moment. Ask, what would the wiser version of me do right now? This isn't emotional suppression, it's emotional leadership. You're not denying how you feel. You're deciding what you'll do with how you feel. Think of a moment when your reaction made things worse. A text you fired off too fast, a comment you regret, an argument that escalated because you had to get the last word. Now replay that exact moment in your mind, but add a 3-second STOIC. Pause. Same trigger, different you, different outcome. That is the power of a pause. The sacred pause protects your relationships, your dignity, and your inner peace. It turns you from a puppet of your impulses into a commander of your mind. Here's your Stoic Inspire challenge. For the next 72 hours, do not respond on emotion when a trigger hits you. Pause. Breathe. Run STOIC in your head. Respond only when your mind is clear. Because mastery isn't about feeling nothing, it's about choosing your reaction. A single pause can save your day. The habit of pausing can change your life. Power line. Master your reactions. Master your life. 4th, premeditatio malorum. Strength through preparation. Most people break down not because life is impossibly hard, but because they secretly expected it to be easy. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Expect the challenges. Rehearse the setbacks. Train for impact. This practice is called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. Seneca wrote, "He robs present difficulty of its power, who has beforehand contemplated its coming." In other words, when you prepare your mind for difficulty, life can't blindside you the same way. You're not hoping for pain, you're training for reality. Modern society teaches you to chase comfort at all costs. Smooth days, no friction, constant distraction, instant convenience. So when something goes wrong, a delay, a rejection, a plan falling apart, a person acting unfairly, people crumble. Not because the event is catastrophic, but because they never mentally trained for it. The Stoics trained for difficulty the way athletes train for impact. They didn't wait for life to hit them before they decided to get strong. Here's how to practice premeditatio malorum in a Stoic Inspire way. Every morning, take 1 minute and imagine one small thing going wrong that day. A meeting gets cancelled. Someone speaks to you rudely. A project hits an unexpected delay. Traffic makes you late. Someone misinterprets your intentions. Then ask yourself 3 questions. If this happens, how will I respond with virtue? Which virtue will I need most? Wisdom, courage, justice, or temperance? What emotion is likely to show up, and how will I handle it? Annoyance, irritation, disappointment. How will you counter it with clarity and calm? How can I learn from it instead of resenting it? How can this inconvenience become a rep in your mental gym? This tiny exercise rewires your brain. Instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" you start thinking, "I trained for this." You stop expecting the world to behave perfectly for you. You stop taking every inconvenience personally. You start meeting reality as it is, not as you wish it would be. Here's the hidden gift. When you prepare for difficulty, you become more grateful, not less. Ordinary moments feel lighter. Small blessings stand out. You stop feeling entitled to perfect days and start feeling honored by any day that flows smoothly. The world doesn't owe you easy days, but you owe yourself a strong mind. Practice premeditatio malorum each morning and you'll move through life with a quiet confidence that nothing, absolutely nothing, can catch you completely unprepared. Power line. Prepare the mind and nothing breaks you. 5th, radical honesty in your journal. If you truly want to love yourself, you must be willing to face yourself. Not the polished version, not the curated version, but the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are and how you think. Most people avoid this step because real honesty with yourself cuts deeper than honesty with the world. It's easier to post quotes, talk about growth, pretend you're working on yourself, than to sit alone with a blank page and admit, "I'm the one holding myself back." The Stoics believed that an unexamined mind becomes its own prison. Seneca practiced nightly self-review, not to punish himself, but to free himself. He understood that clarity is a form of self-respect. Radical honesty in your journal is not about guilt, it's about liberation. Modern life teaches you to hide. Hide your flaws, hide your insecurities, hide your impulses and emotions until they pile up and take over. But what you hide owns you. What you face can finally transform. Journaling is how you sit down with your own soul and tell the truth you've been avoiding. And be honest, you don't skip journaling because you're too busy. You skip it because you know the page won't lie to you. The notebook won't accept your excuses, your half-truths, your "I'll change one day." So you reach for your phone instead of a pen, because distraction is easier than self-confrontation. Here on Stoic Inspire, I recommend a simple nightly reflection. 1. What did I do well today? Strengthens virtue. It reminds you that progress exists, even in small steps. 2. Where did I betray myself? Moments where you ignored your boundaries, broke a promise to yourself, acted from fear, or lowered your standards. 3. What emotion controlled me the most today? Name it clearly. Anger, jealousy, avoidance, impatience, insecurity. 4. What belief fed that emotion? Fear of rejection? 5. What am I genuinely grateful for? Not fake gratitude, real stability, real support, real opportunities. 6. What will I correct tomorrow? Specifically. Not in theory, but in behavior. One shift, one action, one choice. This practice doesn't make you harsh. It makes you clear. And clarity is one of the deepest forms of self-love, because when you stop lying to yourself, you stop breaking your own heart. Radical honesty builds identity. Identity builds discipline. Discipline builds a life you can finally be proud of. Return to your journal every evening like you're returning to a mirror. Not to judge, but to see. to understand, and to choose a better version of yourself tomorrow. Power line. Honesty hurts, then it heals. Sixth, voluntary discomfort. Build mental immunity. Most people treat discomfort like a threat. They organize their entire life around avoiding it. But to the Stoics, discomfort wasn't the enemy. It was the gym where character is built. A person who avoids all difficulty becomes fragile, anxious, easily shaken by the smallest inconvenience. A person who trains with discomfort becomes resilient, steady, and hard to break. Seneca practiced deliberate hardship to remind himself that comfort is a luxury, not a guarantee. He slept on hard surfaces, ate simple meals, chose inconvenience on purpose, so that when real challenges arrived, his spirit didn't collapse. He wasn't being dramatic. He was building immunity. Modern life conditions you to chase constant convenience. Smooth roads, predictable routines, soft emotions, endless entertainment. But this comfort has a hidden cost. It weakens the mind. When your environment shields you from every difficulty, even minor setbacks feel overwhelming. Voluntary discomfort flips the script. It teaches your mind, I can do hard things. I'm not controlled by cravings. I can withstand temporary discomfort. This isn't self-punishment, it's strength training for the soul. You don't need extreme actions, you need intentional ones. Small, controlled acts that send a clear signal to your subconscious. We don't run from discomfort here. Examples: taking a cold shower instead of a warm one, walking instead of driving short distances, choosing a simpler, cleaner meal over instant junk, sitting in silence without reaching for your phone, having a difficult conversation instead of avoiding it. Waking up earlier than your comfort wants to work on what matters. These micro discomforts train your mind to stop panicking every time life isn't smooth. When you regularly expose yourself to discomfort, fear loosens its grip, discipline strengthens, your tolerance for frustration grows, and your emotional stability deepens. You begin to trust yourself more. You stop babying yourself. You stop letting temporary feelings sabotage long-term strength. Each intentional discomfort is a message to your nervous system. You're stronger than you think. You can handle more than you imagine. Little by little, you become the kind of person who doesn't crumble when life gets heavy. Someone who stays centered, aware, and ready. Discomfort is not suffering. Discomfort is training. And training is one of the highest forms of self-care because it ensures you don't fall apart when life finally tests you. Power line. Comfort weakens you. Challenge shapes you. Seventh, the art of saying no. If there is one skill that quietly transforms your peace, your confidence, and your self-respect, it's the art of saying no. Calmly, firmly, without guilt, and without apology. Most people know how to say yes. Very few know how to say no. And that difference defines whether your life belongs to everyone else or finally belongs to you. Stoicism teaches that self-care is not indulgence. It is self-protection. Nothing protects you more than your ability to refuse what drains you. People imagine that saying no is rude, selfish, or unkind. But the truth is the opposite. Saying yes to everything is the real betrayal. Every unnecessary yes is a quiet abandonment of yourself. Every yes that violates your energy, time, priorities, or values is a small fracture in your integrity. Fractures, repeated often enough, become breaks. You cannot love yourself while constantly giving your life away to things that do not serve you. You cannot build inner peace while letting anyone access your time whenever they want. You cannot call yourself disciplined while letting guilt override your boundaries. Modern society rewards people-pleasing. You're praised for being easy, flexible, always there. But being endlessly available isn't kindness. It's self-erasure. It's saying, my needs don't matter, my time doesn't matter, My inner world doesn't matter. And when you send that message to the world simply agrees. To practice the art of saying no, you must first see what most yeses are built on. Fear. Fear of disappointing people. Fear of conflict. Fear of being misunderstood, not liked, or called selfish. But Stoicism isn't about being liked. It's about being principled. A powerful shift happens when you realize you're allowed to say no without explaining yourself. You're allowed to choose your peace over someone's convenience. You're allowed to choose your rest over someone's expectation. You're allowed to choose your priorities without asking for permission. Think about the last time you said yes while your whole body wanted to say no. You smiled, you agreed, you showed up. And afterward, you were irritated, not at them, but at yourself. That's the moment you taught your nervous system. We don't protect ourselves here. That has to change. The Stoics would say your time is your most sacred possession. Every yes is a withdrawal. Every no is a deposit that strengthens your future. To make this real, start by defining what truly matters. Your highest priorities, your deepest values, your essential commitments. When you know what must be protected, it becomes easier to see what doesn't deserve your time. Then, learn the language of a neutral, confident refusal. Stoic boundaries don't need drama or over-explaining. I'm not able to commit to that. That doesn't work for me. I appreciate the offer, but I'll pass. I'm choosing to focus on other priorities right now. I don't have the capacity for that. No anger, no guilt, no apology for protecting your life. You're teaching others how to treat you. Some people will resist your no, especially if they benefited from your lack of boundaries, but those who truly respect you will adjust. Those who don't, losing access to you is part of their consequence. Saying no deepens your relationship with yourself. You begin to trust yourself more because you no longer betray your own needs. You feel safer inside your own life because you no longer tolerate what harms you. You feel stronger because your actions finally match your values. And here's the quiet miracle. When you start saying no to the wrong things, you create space for the right things. Better opportunities, better relationships, better habits, better energy, better alignment with your purpose. You weren't born to be overwhelmed. You weren't born to carry everyone else's agenda. You weren't born to be a container for other people's demands. You were born to protect your time, your peace, your dignity, and your path. Saying no isn't rejection. Saying no is direction. It directs your energy toward what truly matters. It directs your life toward who you are becoming. Every time you say no to something unworthy, you're actually saying yes to yourself. Power line. Guard your time like a kingdom. The Stoic Inspire blueprint for self-care. Before you scroll away, take a breath and look at what you've just walked through. These 7 Stoic self-care habits are not motivational slogans. They are not quick hacks you'll forget tomorrow. They are the foundations of a life built on dignity, clarity, and inner strength. You've just learned how to live by virtue instead of emotion. How to protect your mind through the dichotomy of control. How to master your reactions through the Stoic pause. How to prepare your soul for adversity before adversity arrives. How to tell yourself the truth in your journal. How to strengthen your mind through deliberate discomfort. And how to defend your peace by saying no with confidence and without apology. Most people will hear this and drift back into the same patterns that keep them overwhelmed, drained, and disconnected from who they could be. But the few who are still here, listening carefully, will recognize that this isn't just advice. It's a blueprint, a system, a way of living. There is a version of you that is calmer, stronger, wiser, more grounded, more disciplined, more unshakable. That version is not built through comfort. It is built through small, repeated choices that honor your mind, your time, your boundaries, and your values. Self-care is not about pampering yourself. Self-care is about not abandoning yourself. It's choosing silence over drama, clarity over chaos, discipline over impulse, virtue over emotion, boundaries over guilt, growth over comfort, yourself over approval. If you apply even one of these habits for the next week, you will feel the shift. Your thoughts will get clearer, your reactions will get calmer, your decisions will get firmer, your inner voice will get louder and more confident. That's the beginning of becoming unstoppable. Thank you for staying until the end and for being part of Stoic Inspire. Thank you for choosing growth over ease, truth over distraction, and discipline over the path of least resistance. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs strength more than sympathy. It might be the turning point they didn't know they needed. And before you leave, anchor your commitment in the comments. I choose self-respect. Write it. Claim it. Then go live in a way your future self can be proud of.